So as many of you know, Typical Colors 2 has contracts. Some of them are well designed while others just aren't. That is why I made this video, because if I had to choose between doing the contracts again, with more skill than I had before, or watch cringy Roblox TikToks, the choice is obvious. Maybe I'm just bad, but shouldn't these contracts be more beginner friendly so new players don't rage quit and never play again? I will only be covering the contracts from the various visuals update because they're the main contracts and can be done anytime. Lastly, this is just my opinion, but I think most of my suggestions work, so let's not waste any time and get into the video. Since we are going in class order, we are off to a terrible start with Flanker, who has not one, but two bad contracts. Starting off with Capping Capper, wow, great naming. The problem is to capture the intelligence 3 times objective. Now at first, this seems fine, but when you try it, you see just what the problem is. TF2, you can queue for CTF only servers, but not on TC2. Combined of how many people won't vote on CTF maps for being too stally, and you got a problem on top of all the others. So what is out of your control? It is out of your control if a CTF map shows up. It is out of your control if enough people vote on it. It is out of your control if a mechanic sets up a sentry, aka your greatest counter, in the intel room. It is out of your control if someone can kill it for you. It is out of your control if the guy who killed the sentry takes the intel before you can. It is out of your control if the guy gives it to you. And it is out of your control if that guy dies on the way. That is 7 things that can go wrong and you can't even control them. My fix would be to change capping the intel 3 times to capping the payload card 5 times. Everyone loves payload and there are a lot of points to cap each round that can't be stolen. I think this would be perfect because a lot more is in your control and payload is so common you can easily farm it no problem. Now for the other contract, Aggressive Assault. First, a lesser objective, get 7 kills with the Brooklyn Basher. The Brooklyn Basher just simply sucks if you go melee only because of its lack of crits, making this kind of annoying, but it isn't that bad. No, the problem is tank 1500 damage and 1 life objective. I don't think I need to explain why that high of a tank requirement on a low health class is stupid. Sure, you have the Mad Milk and a concealed carry, but that won't help that much. So how about instead of 7 kills with the Brooklyn Basher, we have 10 melee kills? That way you can use more combat practical weapons like Stalk, the Fish, or the Rap Assassin. As for tanky damage and 1 life, replace it with healing yourself for 3000 or something more fitting, like 10 kills with your secondary. The Trooper contract Beast of the Battlefield requires top scoring 3 times, so that would be coming in at least 3rd place 3 times, which is not something a new player seeing it could do. Don't forget the name and description makes the perfect bait for this noob trap of a contract. Even more so than other contracts I'll talk about. So how about just shooting people? A new player could do that. I'd say maybe 15 kills is a good compromise. Moving on to Annihilator, the contract Nightly Stride has 2 problems. First of all, getting damage boosted kills after that nerf requires the Raging Bull, what might be the worst shield, or using the K-Bar, something not so knightly. And on top of that, you have to get a 5 kill streak 3 times. Yes, any knight is the best equipped for kill streaks, but you have a lot of counters, namely Arsonist. A good fix would be changing the damage boosted kills with 15 melee kills, and to replace the 3 kill streaks with maybe just 1? I don't know how to fix that one. Okay, now for Mechanic, who has the Team Player contract, which has not 1, but all 3 objectives having the same problem. That is the in-one game problem. I don't want to talk about this anymore, just remove the in-one game thing and treble the requirement. Thank you for your time. We are getting close, but we still have Doctor, who has the Mender Spray contract. Why does this exist? Who thought it would be funny to make the class that gets the least kills have to get 5 of them in one fragile life? This is also the one contract with only 2 objectives. I wonder why. How I would fix this is splitting that objective into 2 different ones. Get 10 kills with the crossbow, and get 15 kills. Same stuff, just easier and more in your control, even if it takes longer at best. And finally, Agent, who has this contract.
Femme Fatale.
Thanks, Bing. This dang contract requires 10 damage boosted kills with a revolver. The best option is the ambassador, which the objective was made for. That does not mean it is good. To get 1 kill, you have to get a headshot, reload, then headshot again, taking a long time that people could steal your kill in, or you just die before you get the kill. This is the worst way to play Agent, and it doesn't even come close. So please, just change this to getting some number of revolver kills. We will all like that. Now for the last contract, Overachiever. From what I've said about other contracts, what do I think needs to be changed? Nothing. It is fine the way it is. Just make sure new players know it should be the last contract and fix that dang bug. You know how Beast of the Battlefield requires top scoring 3 times? Well, in that contract it works up to 3rd place. But this contract objective with the same wording only works if you're MVP, so please fix that. Thanks. And now for a dishonorable mention to both of Arsonist's contracts for having objectives that are based around the map, reflecting, and extinguishing, which rely on the choice of other people. But the choices needed are common, and Arsonist has alternative ways to get damage boosted kills, and has the Mending Mallet. The Mending Mallet still sucks, but it helps. Thanks, Arsonist. Very cool that you don't suck.
Bloody amazing, sir!
And that is all the contracts. But before I go, what about adding new contracts? Well, since this game doesn't have a tutorial, I thought these could teach new players the very basics of each class. Keeping with the 2 of each theme, 2 will be for the offense classes, defense classes, and support classes. The first one will be the very basics, mostly just getting kills. Then the second one will be class specific. Of course, each objective is for 1 class of that category. Example of the offense classes would be get 10 kills with any shotgun as flanker, get 10 kills with splash damage as trooper, and get 10 kills with your flamethrower as arsonist for basic, and capture the objective 10 times as flanker, get 10 kills with direct hits as trooper, and extinguish and reflect projectiles 10 times as arsonist. If the wording on the last one is confusing, it just means extinguish or reflect 10 times. Any combination works. If by some miracle you are a developer and you happen to be watching this, feel free to steal my ideas. In fact, I've written all of them down, and I will give them all to you if you comment on this video asking for them. I seriously do not mind. All I ask for is a bit of credit and also maybe a description tag for this thing. But that'll be it for this video. But before you go, a little heads up on the next video. It is being made not because I want to, but because I feel like I must. So if the mood of the next video is kind of pessimistic, don't be surprised. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you agree with any of this and want to see it in game, give this video a like and maybe share it with one of the developers. I also have a Discord server because why not, and you might be able to play with me if you join. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!